of the 13, 12 of them said yes, they comply with this grading policy. And then I said, well, do you agree with the grading policy? And all of them said no, except one teacher, one white male teacher said, I'm apathetic. I don't care. I'll just do whatever I'm told to do. Like, I just don't care.
That sounds right.
That sounds
He's
about
probably
right.
close to retirement.
We have teachers complying with this rule because they're asked to, because they're being told. Now, listen, the district's very careful how they say this. They say, we're requesting that you do this. Well, if your boss comes to you and says, I'm requesting that you follow this policy, and then followed by like hours of professional development training. Now, here's the thing. The author is calling it points, but it's percentages. If you have a whole pie, it's 100% of the pie. If I give you half of a pie, it's 50%. There's not points. When I'm giving you a grade, if you turned in no work, it's a 0 because you turned in no work. Why am I giving you 50% if you turned in no work? And you know what? The kids have figured this out, that they can do almost nothing. And at the last minute, do the crocodile tears and ask their teacher for extra credit, or what do I need to do to get, I just need to pass. I just need to pass. And the teacher's like, well, here, do this. Or, you know, let me just give you a 50% on all these zeros that are missing grades and do this one assignment, and that'll get you up to passing. So no, it doesn't make it better for the kids. It makes teachers more lazy, because if you know the monkey's off your back, I'm not going to have to hear from parents, why is Johnny failing class? I can just do the bare minimum, no accountability, wash my hands, and send these kids off in their merry way. But when you look at the data in all these school districts, none of their improvement, if there is any improvement, is tied to the grading policy. There's no correlation. But this man is making thousands of dollars. And the industry of equity in our schools, I'm just so heated.
But wait a minute. I think before we even continue with this conversation, we need to talk a little bit about why we coming for Joe Feldman. We can talk a little bit about that. Nah, for real. Nah, I know you probably don't want to do it. I'm not.
No, I don't care. Go ahead.
I mean, you're coming for him, but you're being like all professional and like nice and stuff. And I'm fitting to like not be nice right now. So I'm going to tell you what happened. So the last time I was on Miss Priscilla Rahn's wonderful show, we did some clips, clipped it up, posted it on social media. And Mr. Joe Feldman decided to bring himself over to the X feed and tell us that we didn't know what we were talking about. And after all, he should know because he wrote the book. And I said, oh, really, sir? So basically you're saying that our experience with these principles on the ground are inaccurate or we're lying. What are you saying? And I haven't heard from Mr. Joe Feldman since. So when you see this clip, Joe Feldman, feel free to join me and Priscilla, or just me alone, anywhere, anytime, on any video.
Okay, I'm gonna bring the temperature down a little bit.
And we can talk all about that book.
Okay, listen.
And all about your little principles and how you feel about Black folks and whether or not they're able to achieve.
Okay, but the low expectations, this is what gets me. But here was his response to the clip.